The 14th century BC was a time of great prosperity for ancient Egypt. Religion had become deeply ingrained in everyday life, forming the cornerstone of Egyptian society. Amid this flourishing civilization, a daring new leader emerged, Akhenaten. Born as Amenhotep IV, meaning Amun is content, he was the second son of Amenhotep III and Queen Tai. His ascent to the throne was unexpected, as it only happened after the untimely death of his older brother, Thutmose. Upon his father's death in 1353 BC, Amenhotep IV became the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. His reign marked a radical departure from tradition. He married the legendary Nefertiti, a powerful and influential queen who became his great royal wife. Together, they had 6 daughters, sharing an intimate relationship that left an indelible mark on history. Nefertiti's iconic limestone bust, created by her royal sculptor, remains one of the most recognizable artifacts from the ancient world. At the start of his reign, Egyptian society worshipped a pantheon of gods, with Amun revered as the king of the gods. Temples dedicated to Amun were centers of immense wealth and influence, rivaling even the power of the pharaoh himself. But within the first 5 years of his rule, Amenhotep IV began focusing on Aten, a lesser-known deity represented as the solar disk. Aten was originally an aspect of the sun god Ra, depicted as a radiant sun emitting rays ending in hands. Influenced by his mother, Queen Tai, and perhaps seeking to diminish the power of Amun's priests, the pharaoh gradually elevated Aten above all other gods. In the 5th year of his reign, he made a bold move. He changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning living spirit of Aten, and shifted Egypt's religious focus entirely. By his 9th year, Akhenaten declared Aten to be the one and only god, effectively introducing the concept of monotheism, or more accurately, monolatry, the worship of one god, while acknowledging the existence of others. Akhenaten's reforms were sweeping. He ordered temples of Amun to be defaced, images of other gods destroyed, and inscriptions chiseled out. He even declared himself and Nefertiti to be living deities, intermediaries between Aten and the people. This transformation upended centuries of Egyptian religious tradition and alienated many of his subjects. To distance himself from the old ways, Akhenaten commissioned a new capital city, Akhetaten, or Horizon of Aten. Today, it's known as Amarna. This city, built between Thebes and Memphis, symbolized a fresh start for his revolutionary religion. Temples in Akhetaten were designed without roofs, allowing the sun's rays to touch worshippers directly. Akhenaten and Nefertiti often traveled across the city in chariots, mirroring the sun's journey across the sky. However, not everyone embraced Akhenaten's vision. The aristocracy and priesthood viewed his reforms as a threat to Egypt's stability. Many priests of Amun preserved sacred texts and artifacts in secret, ensuring the old traditions would survive his reign. Akhenaten devoted himself to religious reform. He largely neglected state affairs and foreign diplomacy. Letters from the Amarna archives reveal the frustration of allies, such as Ribhada, king of Byblos, who pleaded for military support against invaders. Akhenaten's dismissive response, "Why do you alone keep writing to me?" underscored his indifference to Egypt's political responsibilities. This neglect weakened Egypt's influence abroad and strained its alliances. After 17 years of rule, Akhenaten passed away, leaving a divided Egypt. His burial instructions, found on a stela in Amarna, requested that he be entombed in the eastern mountain of Akhetaten. However, his sarcophagus was later desecrated and his body moved, possibly to the Valley of the Kings.
Despite efforts to erase him, Akhenaten is now one of the most renowned pharaohs in history. His introduction of monotheistic ideas left a lasting impact on religious thought. Some historians, including Sigmund Freud, theorized that Atenism influenced the development of Judaism, though direct evidence is lacking. Akhenaten's bold vision, whether motivated by political strategy or genuine belief, forever altered the course of history. His story reminds us of the power of revolutionary ideas and the challenges they face.